Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. Today, I want to tell you the story of a man almost everyone knows, but I won't tell you his name. As you listen, try to guess who this person is. And if you think you know the answer, write it in the comments. This man was born in the United States in the middle of the 20th century. From the very beginning, his life was shaped by absence. He was given up for adoption shortly after birth. Growing up, he always felt a quiet sense of being different, as if he didn't fully belong anywhere. As a child, he was curious, stubborn, and incredibly intense. He asked too many questions. He challenged authority. Teachers often didn't know what to do with him. He was smart, but not obedient. Focused, but unpredictable. When he was young, his family moved to an area that would later become the center of global technology. At the time, it was just quiet neighborhoods, garages, and hobbyists experimenting with electronics. But this environment changed him forever. He became fascinated with technology, not as a tool, but as a form of expression. He believed machines could be beautiful. He believed they could feel personal, even emotional. In college, he didn't last long. He dropped out after just a short time. But he didn't stop learning. Instead, he continued attending only the classes that interested him, ignoring everything else. To survive, he slept on friends' floors and returned empty bottles for food money. During this period, he explored philosophy, spirituality, and simplicity. These ideas would later define everything he created. Then came the moment that changed his life. With a close friend, he started a small company in a garage. They had almost no money, no experience, and no safety net. But they had vision. They believed technology should be accessible to ordinary people, not just experts. The early days were chaotic. Long nights, constant stress, arguments, but also excitement. The company grew faster than anyone expected. What started in a garage turned into a revolution. Before the age of 30, this man became a multimillionaire. He was famous, powerful, admired, but success came with ego. He became known for being extremely demanding. He pushed people to their limits. Some called him a genius. Others called him impossible to work with. He didn't compromise. He believed perfection was the only acceptable standard. Then, everything collapsed. After internal conflicts, he was forced out of the very company he helped create. Imagine that, being removed from your own dream. Publicly humiliated. Stripped of control. For many people, that would have been the end. For him, it was the beginning. He started over. He founded a new company, focusing on high-end technology and design. At the same time, he invested in a small animation studio that was struggling to survive. For years, nothing seemed to work. He lost money. Critics doubted him. The media forgot him. But he didn't quit. Slowly, quietly, the animation studio released a film that changed cinema forever. It proved that technology and storytelling could merge in a way no one had imagined before. Meanwhile, his new tech company developed innovations that were far ahead of their time. Eventually, the company he was once kicked out of came back to him, not as an enemy, but as a company in need of rescue. He returned. This time, he was different, calmer, sharper, more focused. He simplified everything. He cut projects. He demanded clarity. And then, one by one, he introduced products that changed daily life across the entire planet. Devices that fit in your pocket. Interfaces that felt natural. Designs so simple they felt inevitable. People didn't just use these products. They loved them. He stood on stages, dressed simply, speaking with confidence and passion. Product launches became global events. Every word he said was analyzed. Every pause mattered. But behind the scenes, his health was failing. He fought a serious illness for years, often in silence. Even as his body weakened, his mind remained sharp. He continued to work, to create, to demand excellence. Near the end of his life, he reflected not on money or fame, but on meaning. He spoke about death as motivation, a reminder that time is limited and it should not be wasted living someone else's life. When he passed away, the world reacted with shock and sadness. People who had never met him felt they lost someone personal. His influence was everywhere, in homes, in pockets, in culture itself. Today, his legacy lives on. Not just in technology, but in mindset. He taught the world that creativity matters. That simplicity is powerful. That intuition can be stronger than data. And that the people crazy enough to think they can change the world often do. Now it's your turn. If you think you know who this person is, write the name in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, stay with us, because more stories like this are coming.